Now, Jacame, for those of you playing at home, is Jacob, and he's actually Norwegian. So we'll make sure we don't lump him in with those filthy Australians. As we kick things off, straight out long, EG barrel, all 5 members. And towards the top of A site is Liaz. Spots Cirque jumping in towards the pit. No damage being landed within the early stages. 2 smokes, they're flying out for the cross very early. Flashes to follow through as look at this. EG, they're fast.
Yeah, they've got to make this a little trickier. Liaz was fantastic on the pistols though yesterday. This time not really had an opportunity. Jacob has a little look over. One of the best Australians according to Rush. And, well, so far the only one to really post up some numbers. Gratisfaction. Closest to this is the rest back to wait. Looking to reconvene towards short. All 4 players on the retake going to come through here. Not a single flash, nothing. This is all gun game now. Stan going to be the first to have a little spot. He's playing in Breezy. Just going to play it calm on the side. Jacob's got another. That's 2 now. Looking for more, though. Has to do some work, Breezy. Can't get it done. Now we're on towards the side. They've managed to bully their way back in. Ethan and Cirque, though, trying to shut this down. Great damage done as Jacob's the only one alive. Has the kit. Doesn't have the time. Doesn't have the kills for it. Really nicely played by EG. That was just kind of who survives the longest.
Well, that's a very standard approach to kick things off there. And the 2 impact players that Rushley, our 3rd man, our man with the plan, down on the sidelines, keeping his finger on the pulse of Counter-Strike. Well, they got the opening kills. There was Tarek and it was Jacame. As we get into round number 2, look at all the scouts on the board. Cirque's purchased one. We've got Azza and Gratisfaction also wielding those $1,700 bad boys, and Cirque will be the one to take the first lick of damage. Grat's going to tag him on up. That's going to put them on notice that it will be a force buy coming through. Ethan and Tarek are going through the lower dark position. Oh, Liaz out long. Has taken a lot of damage from Breeze. And one note that I want to make with Breeze when we switch on over for EG on that CT side is he's actually the anchor of long. The most key position on the map as far as fast Counter-Strike goes. They have their biggest hammer there to lock things down. So that's always an interesting take. Slow and steady as you like. And okay, Grat's going to find the second tag onto Cirque. He'll be the first victim. And now the Thieves, they have a 4-on-5 advantage. Slow approach still. They have some smokes to kind of disrupt this long take.
Grat might see this.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he's seen everything. Oh, gets absolutely backhanded. Tarek's potentially having a game here. Yes, Liaz has done some damage, but Breezy is patrolling the cross. Now just Jacob left. Ethan's shuffling into position to find him. Oh, just about shuffles away. Jacob would love to stay alive here, but
he's locked in.
He is a little locked in. Ethan instantly going towards those B tunnels. That's a bomb plant. Breezy doing very well there. Gratisfaction couldn't really get much done with that scout. It could have been, it could have had a placement there.
Yeah, if he had some tags when they were crossing long, that could have definitely netted some more frags for the Thieves as the A attack was coming on through. But now Jacob, they know he's locked in towards the B tunnel side of things. Ethan and Breeze are going to duo on up, hunt him on down and take this out of the equation. And then you have Tarek coming up the B hill right now. There is utility to use, but they are just making sure he's locked in. Towards the back of the site, has an opportunity for one. Will absolutely flatline Breeze there. And doesn't see Tarek coming through the window. Eventually gets found.
Why does his deagle work like that?
Well, I think, Lauren, the reason is they play for probably anywhere from 6 to 12 hours of Counter-Strike a day.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, whereas we play for about 6 to 12 minutes a day.
Yeah, sometimes I open it. I go, ooh, solo queue? Nah.
Was just Chad and Rush around? No. All right, well, that's it. Well,
You're in danger zone. I know I can't, you know.
Well, you could play. Hey, Rush, would you want to play danger zone with Lauren?
Yeah, sure, of course. I think I offered.
I hate it.
But she said she didn't understand the little bump things. She doesn't know what.
I don't like playing with Garbo guns.
You call the
if I wanted to play a
Garbo gun?
battle royale game, there's a couple others out there that seem a little bit better made. You know, I know you love
Call
Valve.
of Duty.
Oh, sure. I mean,
Modern
very popular.
Warfare.
Not my jam, but very popular.
Your
bit of a
jam's
stack
the cat
here.
jam.
You're not wrong. They're going to find the stack pretty soon. Tarek's just going for it still.
Giving him some beef.
Yeah, why not?
Ooh.
There's the confidence. Don't care. Did lose 2 players, but round's theirs.
Yeah, and I'm going to be interested to see how early the Thieves bring out the double AWP or if they feel it's necessary. Jacob actually buying into an AUG, so keep that one in mind there. Gratisfaction with the big green. JKS will be doing secondary AWPing duties on a map like Dust2. He will just be on the rifle this time round.
Where are we seeing that AUG being used? Is it just like B tunnels, or is there a couple of spots for it now?
Now, I think with the doors being turned around towards the B side of things, you can actually have your mid player hovering around a bit more. He can be hanging about either towards... Hold up, this might be fast.
Yeah, let's see the pace on this if they go through it. We want to look for that confidence, which is definitely being shown, but it's being met by a little bit of it back. Gratisfaction going to find Breezy trying to get towards Pit. And the rest of the team's going to have to try and clear that smoke. But for now, they've at least quelled that initial take.
Yeah, so lots of pressure coming through the cap position as well. Ethan, he'll take down Grad and almost finding the second. Azza stands tall, 14 health left. Wants to find the AWP and could be the right play. Everybody crossing long, damage done through the smoke. Liaz peppering away, and the nade is good from JKS. This is a great first gun round from the Thieves. It's going to leave Cirque in a 1-on-4 situation. Only has a Molotov to work with. Bomber's down on the ramp position. You've still got Jacob over towards B. He might be able to isolate a duel. Liaz has no idea that he's crossed this. So this is 1 kill right now for Cirque. That's a good start.
Still got his molly. He's got a little bit of room. The bomb not to hand, so he does have to dip back for it, but that's okay. It's not too precarious.
Now.
Yep, Molly going in, stops JKS trying to deny the plant. Molly will do a bit of damage, not actually too much, and that Molly burning just long enough to stop from JKS getting the fight. So Cirque knows there's at least one on short. JKS needs to be careful to not go alone here. Untradeable. Changes adjustment. That's great from Cirque. Az is now low, but JKS keeps a tight grasp on this round, but that got a little dangerous. He found the room to work with.
Yeah, especially after the openings right there. Cirque did a great job of finding those 2 kills, living by the magic number of 3, making sure 3 players of the 100 Thieves go down, and even planting the bomb. And just take a look at the money situation, right? Azza and JKS will have to drop guns, and it will leave Liaz, Jacob, or Gratisfaction having to buy themselves. Now, Grat's the AWPer. He'll get the freebie. JKS will drop across a rifle, and then you might see a Famis getting dropped from Grat here, knowing he has a bit more cash to work with. There you go. But when you're having the 3 players going down every time, reinvesting becomes very costly, and you can keep the CT's money exactly where it is, under that 1K mark almost across the board. You want to try and bottom the CTs out as much as possible, and EG, they'll be able to buy themselves. It's not the best buy. Cirque has the AWP. Stan only onto a Deagle, 2 Galils, and Ethan with an AK-47. But it's serviceable. As Grat, he's missed a bit of a sitter there. They're out long. The door's been opened. Ethan's found Liaz.
Yeah, last time around we did have success on Gratisfaction, which really obviously helps the case. But with that pick coming in, we do have long now being garnered. Cirque's got him. Gratisfaction fell out of sorts this round. He felt like he was almost uncomfortable throughout it. JKS now going to be put to task. Smoke goes in, flash ready. He might have a go at this. Yeah, he's having a little bit of a look, but Ethan's already by the car. This could be a critical error if he made a bit of a fumble on it. No, back away. Yeah, it looks like it's a very early save call.
It has to be, because they didn't find anything on that cross right there. There's no point going for this fight. Stan's even scavenged over Gratisfaction's AWP, so I don't know if EG want to run double AWPs on the T side. It doesn't seem like something which is necessarily hugely viable, but denying the pickup from the Thieves means that Grat won't be able to get it up in the following. And now, coming into play is even more so the economy I was talking about. Those extra kills that Cirque found in round number 4, they've just become even more vital, because with this hunt coming on through, you can see locking them in towards tunnels is Breeze. Stan applying pressure. If they can take away any more of these guns, they can force the Thieves down to what might just have to be a force buy.
Rush, do you want to try and cast this chase, see if anyone gets on those guns away?
This is going to be a big save. They really need that AUG, man. I can't stress that enough. That AUG is the keys to victory. I don't think Tarek can actually see anything here, but he is curious, and he knows there could be a guy there, but it's a very lazy hunt here. Oh, but Azza keeps the M4, but the AUG, that's the key, and they kept the AUG.
Okay, well, the keys to the car are still in the hands of the Thieves. Do they know how to start the engine? This is the kill from Cirque here, which basically guaranteed the round. Playing around the cusp of the smoke. Rat trying to find what he can, jumping, jiving, and in the last seconds, death-defying.
I am really seeing this confidence come through, though, from EG.
It's great.
It's nice to see. It is very bold. We've got 2 AWPs on the T side now, Stan and Cirque.
I didn't think I would see them keep it, but why not? Their money wasn't fantastic. There's no point just throwing it away. And if they take their time with these double AWPs on Dust2 T side, that's one of the most viable maps to be running double AWPs, especially on that attacking side of things. Slower for the rest of the map. You can see right now Tarek's just dealing with the upper dark push. He's sitting in backyard, covering off any aggression. Towards back account will be Ethan. He's smoking out towards the Xbox position. Flash comes through. And now that they have one player of Cirque tucked in towards pit, the next bit of info they want is short as Gratisfaction will get flashed on through. Doesn't actually find a kill or any damage. So they're on notice now. Another flash. It's just the USP. And he's not finding anything, so he's going to go down.
Oh, Ethan. It's not pretty. Flashed in. That should be a kill. That's the problem, though. Azza was behind, but it didn't look pretty, but it's got the job done. Now, the other two CTs are going to be locked towards CT. Very descriptive, of course. But JKS and Liaz, I don't know where they go from here.
I might want to try and save or find one of these dropped weapons because Tarek has them pinned on in if they were to make any footsteps mid-doors. Will they clear it? No, they won't. He grabs one. Liaz on the trade. They know where his position's found, and Breeze mops it up with ease. So round 5, or round 6, and 5 rounds on the board for EG. 1 for the 100 Thieves. Is running away from them in the early stages here. CT side, it's a cruel mistress. And the reason it is like double AWPs and there's a lot more gambling that can come on in.
Costly, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you want to invest in the double AWPs to have like one AWP towards B/middle and one over towards the A side of things, as you mentioned, it is very costly. And second of all, you do have to go for a few more gambly plays on this. Like, okay, well, if we think it's going to be mid to B, maybe we do 3 players over towards the B side of things. If we think it's going to be a long rush, we're going to have 4 players at long at the start of the round. And that leaves a lot of avenues. Again, that's happened twice now.
He was one of the factors that we need to be online for the Thieves. And I'm sure we could... There we go. Makes up for it on the second try, but they have given over long control. Cirque does fall. Still got the AWP in Ethan's hands. Ready for the molly. Looks back again. This is nice from Gratisfaction, but he does get caught through the smoke. Breezy's not letting him get away with anything. Even with that one little pickup, they've still got long control. They've still found the AWP for the CTs, and now you can see how isolated they become from each other. Azza may be looking to get back some territory here. Flashed in towards middle. Tarek still towards lower B tunnels. He's been there a fair amount, maybe reading the tendencies of EG, but...
He's open right now.
Yeah, the bomb's going right towards it. That's going to make things a lot worse. He was one of the closest players. There is still that, you know, one towards the double doors, that being JKS, but you're right. He's completely open, and Tarek is doing damage. Big control towards middle. These two are locked out.
Has to be another save call. I don't know how you're going to go for a B bomb site retake in a 2-on-4 situation. The bomb will get planted. The 40-second timer begins. Look who's on the hunt. The Danger Man, who just had 2 massive frags towards mid, is already locking them in towards long. You've got coming through T-spawn now, Ethan. He can corral the catwalk position. Liaz, I don't think he'll be expecting a player at blue bin already. So if he pushes past this and tries to save in the back of the pit, he's just going to get destroyed. Yeah, not an idea that it was open. And Tarek, he's thinking multiple steps ahead here. This is great play. Locked in towards A now will be Jacob. If they take this away, it's max loss bonus for the Thieves. But that's just $3,400 in the back pocket, and that's not enough to buy, so it will just be a partial investment. Jacob really needs to hold on to this to give them something going into the next round. He needs to save whatever he can. Smoke will come down. That might buy him enough time. EG spamming through the smoke. They won't find him, so he will get to hold on to that AUG. So he could drop an M4, and they could go for a buy here if they really wanted to. JKS could buy an M4, get some Kevlar behind it. They could get some pistols up as well with utility. But the right play, and especially the right call, considering it is CT side Dust2, and you do need all that utility. Double AWPs are pretty preferential if possible, is to take the partial investment. Just get some Deagles, get some Kevlar, maybe buy a Scout. Here's Grat going down to kick things off.
Rush, are we getting nervous at this scoreline? 6-1. Thieves picked this map, mate.
It is pretty rough, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't know. That AUG wasn't the key to victory as much as I thought it would be, but we do have another AUG in this round.
It's the same AUG.
It is. It's a bullpup rifle, possibly 5.56 variant. I'm not entirely sure. Lauren, I'm sure you might know the caliber of... yeah, 5.56. It's a very good weapon against moderately armored opponents. So I think the Kevlar that the T's have here should be no problem for the bullpup rifle.
Wonderful. Okay, well, it's unlikely the Thieves win this round, even though we saw them steal away a couple yesterday against that of Liquid.
I'm getting a little nervous if this is the map they picked, because it clearly leans into like how they theorized what sort of style would work here, right? They've gone, okay, pick this map to quell their confidence, even though they knew they were confident against them. I'm a little scared when I see these map picks come out and I see a really one-sided scoreline to start with.
If you know a team's confident, Dust2 is the worst map.
Right, that's why it makes me nervous.
This is why I would have liked to train. They could be a bit more methodical about it.
You've got EG now sitting on the T side, completely dictating the pace, completely running over them. You've got those plays out and long constantly. Gratisfaction's been struggling to really get a grip on it. He's a couple of nice picks, but also a couple of missed shots, and they've been kind of exploiting it. This ain't bad, though. He's going to get a big picture. There is that little bit of a chance. Azza's got to do some work too. He's going to call this out. That's beautiful from Azza as well. Yes, Gratisfaction was there, but it's Azza all day long. Gets away with it. Now Cirque put to task. 1v5. Bomb in enemy hands. Surrounded on all fronts. Vicious round on the board from the Thieves. Exactly what they needed. Nice information from Gratisfaction working through long. Able to kind of call out it's clear. Keep Azza on attention. And however he pulled that off, you'd love to see it.
Snapping Turtle, close double doors. Easy as you like. 4 bullets, 2 kills, and then the AK follow-up. So great stuff from the in-game leader of the Thieves right there. Just knowing the information's there because you have Grat top mid, taking those shots from behind. He's going to have the AWP, and they have 3 AKs picked up from the previous round. Mac 10 for Ethan, Galil for Tarek. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a B set piece off of the bat here. You can see them already lining up smokes and flashes. Everybody in the tunnels.
He's been holding onto that gun for so long. I hope he actually gets good use for it soon enough. JKS spotting out that mid smoke, but it is this B here. Jacob then waiting out the flashes. Going to get a little bit of attention. Plays in JKS at the door. Dips back in, but it's all JKS on the damage right now. That's stunning work. Tarek trying to kind of equalize things. Couldn't keep it clean enough. As is there. This B hit's been absolutely dominated. Nice work from JKS.
Yeah, that's great stuff. And that passive hold that they're able to do is only been made possible by the double doors being shifted around. So otherwise, Jacob may have to take more of an aggressive stance in the site, maybe back of plat in the bomb site itself, around the bomb boxes. But being able to play window and knowing that JKS can pivot to help on out just like this makes life very simple. So if EG go for an attack in this same vein in the future, they will have to throw a smoke over the skybox to be landing over towards the doors before they hit. And that tell is enough for the utility to get dropped of the Thieves and to rotate over in enough time. So down to the pistols will be Evil Geniuses. A couple of Glocks, make it 4. Freeze with the only lethal weapon in play of the Deagle. This one should be a Thieves round every day of the week, as that nade is a great way to kick things off. As they're continuing forward, it's first the Glock. It was messy. Eventually mops it up, and he'll even find himself something more.
Look,
it'll be a death.
If Faz is having a game, I'm actually pretty happy. If he gets confidence out of this, they pull back this half, they kind of stem whatever bleeding was happening initially. It's a little bit tricky for them to keep hitting that long hit when they didn't have the utility, when they didn't have the rifles, when they didn't have the AWP out. If the Thieves can win this one, I think it's game back on. But for now, I do want to keep eyes towards Azza. If he's one of the players that turns up, I always say him with hesitation because it's good when you have him, but I feel like Gratisfaction's the manual on Dust2. But if it's Azza, fair enough. Here we go, though. Sir going for it. Look at this stack towards long. 3 players here. You even have Gratisfaction on it, too. This time, utility flush enough for the CTs to utilize those Molotovs, smokes, put all the bodies in the right place, but they're going to feel this out.
Yeah.
There could be a reflex very quickly towards B, and that's all JKS.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the CT side and being a lot more gambly. That was a 4-man lean towards long to lock down a rush, and now they're out of position. Now they're having to rotate back over. EG haven't taken control over towards mid, but this is the man you want anchoring a bomb site. JKS tucked on in close. Flashes will be able to help from the teammates.
1, 2... That's not bad. It's bought time. It's made it possible for sure, but Tarek's out there. They now got the site into hand. This was after that heavy lean towards long, so all this time they had to come back around. Still have util, still have mollies, nades, plenty of lethals. Bomb going to be planted. No one's coming through. Tarek hyper cautious of those flashes that they want to put into place. No one's coming through the tunnels either, so they can all keep this attention solely focused towards the doors and that little hole in the wall. They need a way back in. Do they have a flash on them? They have one on Liaz, and that's it.
Cirque has another smoke here as well. If he wants to drop that now, that's another 20 seconds. They're going to have to push through this.
Oh, and Ethan's getting peaky. He's being naughty with it, but there's Ethan. Keeping control. Lovely play. As soon as they start trying to come back in, the crossfire holds. Well played by EG. Reading the game very well there.
Yeah, and they isolated JKS to 2 kills. Like the fact that he gets 2 kills and they're still able to walk away with the round and have a lot of members staying alive, that's wild. He thought he had done enough there to allow the rotation from his teammates, but that extra utility you were pointing out, that was 3 door smokes coming in from EG with the bomb going down. That's a lot of smoke to have to deal with, and it is still a tight choke point to be retaking into the B bomb site for the CT side, as well, they can reinvest. Their money was very, very good. Great, we'll be back out on the AWP. JKS waiting to drop a nade towards back of Cat when he hears the sound cues.
I would say the one thing I want to look at for the Thieves is how well they can keep that utility to hand after being pressured so early on in these rounds, especially at long. You know, you've got those double doors being patrolled by Tarek pretty often. They seem to have kept a couple of those mollies in check at least. They aren't just kind of running through it instantly to try and quell the aggression that has been slightly tempered this round at least. Liaz going to be over towards Pit. He's got 3 players on the other side, still pretty well kitted with, you know, flashes, smokes, mollies, whatever they want to use if they do want to go for it. And this is while everyone's keeping their attention filled. That was well timed, and then Breezy takes his head off, so now it's down to Gratisfaction.
That's the round.
That's it.
The problem is that once again, A's given up already. They've lost 2 very important frags. You can see the pressure that Grat was under. It's either kill both players coming up cat or get swarmed from long. And, well, he missed. He didn't get anything done. Liaz dropped that Molotov, which looked like it was very well timed. But as he's thrown it, they've stepped on out the doors. They've taken his head off. And EG have stolen back yet another round here. So it's going to be 8-4. Azza, JKS, and Jacob all tucked in towards the B side of things, going to do their best to hold on to these rifles. And again, the net will come out from EG. They have locked them in several times before, but they haven't gone for the full-on hunt. Maybe Ethan and Tarek with the Galils might want to get a little bit more aggressive. They have nades to throw on through. Cirque could Molotov back a plat. They can flash into the site. They want them this time round. Look at this. It looks like a gun round.
It really does. This, the B hit coming in? No, this isn't getting rid of all those guns. Azza still got his and he wants to keep it. Stan might offer himself up for this. After time, oh, Cirque stays alive, gets the gun away. So yeah, 100 Thieves going to be struggling on this. God, that's brutal.
Yeah, very frustrating timing right there. And this was big impact by Stan. It wasn't just that kill, but it was the 2 on the hunt just there, taking those rifles out of the hands of the Thieves. And you're about to see what that's done to the bank balance. Their money was good. They had built up a decent chunk. I think we saw Azza there at one point at 11 or 12K. That's definitely in Australia. And there's like cricket. Oh, no, wait, that was baseball stuff. Cricket, baseball.
I know we've been looking at the Thieves a little bit, but I also want to kind of put a little bit more attention towards EG and the fact that they looked kind of out of sorts against Furia pretty badly. But they look so poised here. This looks like the team that we revere, obviously, and get excited by. Azza, though, pushing straight up Cats. Found Stan looks towards lower B. They're so crisp.
But look at the gap that's been opened up, right? So this just leaves Liaz on A by himself. So they don't have any presence over towards long. He now has to limp and cheat over towards Cat. It's a close double door setup coming in from JKS and Gratisfaction. A hard place to push for info. And then that puts a lot of pressure on Jacob, who's now tucked in towards B. But it's B. Here they come.
Jacob, though, this time, doesn't have the same success that JKS had, but the bounding in players, he still finds it. I see why you wanted those doors turned around. It's just for JKS. He's through the smoke. He's in the side. So's Gratisfaction. The bomb's now loose. Cirque's found Grat.
What?
And I don't know how this is happening. This is mad. JKS is the one and only to save this. As the 100 Thieves would be looking far worse off if he wasn't doing that sort of damage.
That was wild. I'm surprised they didn't pick up an AWP for Gratisfaction there. What? They want to hold on to these AKs, so someone must have enough money to buy him an AWP, surely? Please? Oh, that's going to frustrate me. He's rocking without an AWP. They wanted the AKs instead of the AWP. All right. Curious. Well, let's get this one back underway. Another scrappy buy from EG. This half here, it's not done and dusted just yet. 10-5 is on the cards, and so is what could be a very well 8-7 comeback from the Thieves. 7 on the half would be phenomenal stuff considering how this one kicked on off. It was feeling over as we were only about 7 rounds into the game. Oh, there's the barrel.
Brad did have a decent rifle in the previous game, but he's been overwhelmed here. Stan in combo with Tarek, going to take him down. That means A's under threat. Now, they do have two players here this time. Yeah, Azza, and you still have Liaz over towards long. So they haven't had that same long pressure, but they're pushing this off Cat. Azza's been a bit of a beast. That's 14 for him now. Couldn't quite make it to 15 as Cirque still stands. Let's look at how this hit still goes, because this is pretty competitive. Breezy could be a problem for them.
This is a big flank.
Yeah, JKS could be eliminated from this. I don't think Jacob's going to consider it just yet, as he's more focused towards short. Now, where does Breezy want to go with this?
Well, they're ready for it.
Ethan's aware. Oh, lovely work from Ethan. So aware of what could be happening here. They can rotate back to B. Yeah, use Breezy as the pivot point. Off we go. JKS.
They're going out into B.
Wait, what? Okay, the smoke's there. The bomb's being safe. The bomb is with Cirque. It's going through the tunnels. The mid-trap happens to be in place, and Liaz is now a mile away from being relevant. It started off looking like they still had a good bit of fight back, but that pivot, using Breezy's position, is really well considered.
Liaz has to save here, pushing through that smoke. Even after the second one was dropped, bomb wasn't planted. So there was a window if he wanted to hang around, but it's not the right call going into the last round of play. Elias will be doing his best to hold on to this AK-47. This will be round number 9 on the board for EG. They're going to be walking away with 2 Galils and an AWP unless they can find some better weaponry. I loved how they just paused on the side there. After they got the opening kills, they did the A execute. Then they just waited for the CT side rotation. Breeze in the backlines was the hero. You know, upgrade, there it is. Ethan's onto an M4 now. Breeze has found himself an AK-47. They've gone from the Galils to a little bit more potent firepower. And it was the $2,900 loss bonus, I believe. No, it wasn't the $2,900 at all, Chad. Do the bloody maths right, mate. So with the 1900, they're able to still get a decent-ish buy. Liaz on the AK. We've got a scout out for Gratisfaction. Jacob's going to be using that shotgun towards the tunnels. Azza with that 5.7 he used very effectively before, and JKS onto that UMP. So it's scrappy. It's a bit of a menagerie of a buy, all things considered. Rush over towards long. Breeze sees one's on the corner. We'll get the kill, and that's the best gun taken out of the round here for the Thieves. Can hold on to this, actually pick it up and take it away. See if they want to completely remove it from the round. Just postured, very, very slow stuff here, waiting to see if the Thieves are going to make any more mistakes or go for any more aggression. JKS is going to get flashed through. Not sure what the sound cue will be exactly. This molly could be it.
There's the push, there's the flash. Really
Great
nice
stuff.
flash from Azza, but trade comes in from Cirque, keeping things still favorable to the T's. Gratisfaction now noted towards watching that cross.
Oh.
Tarek outdone. Nice little dirty angle from Jacob there. And the bomb's now under control. Azza's going to be keeping close watch on this. Gets the AK. Now has to deal with the 2 coming up short, though. This could still be tricky. Unsure where that final player is. He is over towards long. Azza desperately trying to do some work on this, but they've got the bomb back now.
Yeah, and both players here isolated behind this mid-door smoke. Cirque's peering on up and over. Had an opportunity there. It's gone shy. NOA stack coming through to try and stop this short take, but look, EG are past it, and there's Cirque. He'll strike. Gratz down. Just Jacob in a 1-on-3 situation. Isolated towards CT spawn. Can't even find the frag. That's going to be 10-5 on the half in favor of EG. Don't go anywhere. We're back after the break with half number 2.
even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? There's a race, so you win victorious. Life's a race, so you've been laid to rest.
All right, let's see if there's some method to the madness here for the Thieves. You walk into Dust2, you've got to expect this brawly, puggy Counter-Strike to be coming out. And EG have shown a good game so far, but it is the, you know, a little bit of a switch of the side. We've got some room here.
Yeah, and now JKS is alive, so is Azza. We need to see more from the likes of Liaz and Gratisfaction.
Yeah.
Gratisfaction on the AWP on the T side here could be absolutely pivotal if you can find a lot of opening kills. But that kicked off. We had a 6-1 lead for EG. 7-4 at one point where the Thieves were making a little bit of a resurgence and then finishing with a 10-5 half on the nose. So not the end of the world here. It's definitely serviceable for the Thieves to get back into this one, but it needs to start now, and as the cliches go, with the pistol round. So we can see a bunch of utility, 2 smokes, 2 flashes. One of the smokes is going to go out very quickly towards mid to B, and it's a lot of noise towards the lower tunnels. I'm not sure if this is just a bait out of rotation. Flash through the doors. Jacob picks, has the bomb. That's going to be spotted up, called out. And up catwalk, they trundle. 3 towards A, Stan tucked in, Ethan on the ramp, and Breeze is the game helper. Going to be able to swing on through from long and assist.
Keep in mind the Thieves haven't dropped Dust2 in a while. The opponents, you know, Liquid, Chaos, Cloud9, Triumph, some greater than others, but it has been a good map historically for them, at least as of late. Decent T side too.
They've left
For
B,
now,
Lauren.
yeah, this is looking extremely good. They found the timing just right. And seeing Gratisfaction there almost keep selling this bit of nonsense. As the bomb's going to be planted, and they've flanked the flank over towards B tunnels. You've got 2 players already in towards it. Grat can do what he wants, but yeah, this is beautiful. Really nice from the Thieves.
Yeah, and this is going to be so difficult to back into. Tarek, he spotted at 1, damage done. Grat's going to find a kill in limbo. JKS taking down Tarek, and now it's 3 players stuck. Look at all the T's on the radar around them. They're surrounded. They're locked in.
All right, time to get going. They're going to have to land some belters. Not going to happen. Nice pistol round. Honestly, that was very well done.
Yeah, the information play in the upper dark push, they bit on that something hard. There was only 1 smoke and 2 flashes used over towards the A side of things. It was just the CT spawn smoke with the flashbangs. And we already spoke about the fact that Ethan was on the ramp, Stan was over towards Goose, and Breezy was over towards Long. So they had the long-range duels to take in their favor. The fact that they bit so hard, they went for a push like that. They actually went closer into the realms of where the Glocks do their best work. EG with a bit of a misread or miscommunication in the early stages of the second half here, but made the Thieves look like absolute geniuses. And Cirque, he wants to double dip against Grat after the tag. He gets flatlined. And it is a quick 5-on-4 advantage for the Thieves here with 1:35 left on the clock. The force by VG, it will need to net something. Oh, is that a decoy? Yeah, it's a decoy. Okay. Flash out middle. They're going to get Xbox control. They'll be going up catwalk as well. Stan will be greeted by Az's Mac 10. And they're falling one after the other here.
Hey, Rush, can we
That's the bomb.
observe the killer, please?
Uh-oh, that's the bomb. Azza took the bomb up cat.
Hold on, let's see if they can keep it under control. Tarek's bounding, are you kidding me? Jumps up, finds Liaz, nade comes through, doesn't find Jacob, but these 2 players still alive have the rifles. This is still going to be tricky. Breezy's going to have to be instrumental in this. JKS coming back around. They've got mollies, they've got flashes, they've got utility galore to make play here. Breezy forced off that. The bomb, is it recoverable? No, not yet.
They should let them have it. They should give it up right now and go and try and play somewhere else. They've just dumped 2 smokes accidentally trying to find this. Just let him have it. There's 40 seconds left. Look at Tarek. He's pushed around towards doors. So if they jump on down, he has a kill here.
Would you expect this? JKS seems aware there could be someone on long, but coming back through middle. Oh, this is some mind games and a half. Luckily for JKS, swift as anything. And it is Breezy now. JKS is a bit more viable, I guess.
Ooh, they must have heard him drop spawn because they wouldn't have gone towards A otherwise. They knew that the scout was on that side of things. And now that Breeze has actually made that sound cue, I believe, he's had to rotate all the way around. So going to be coming up through catwalk, still only having the scout rifle. Eagle as well. This is a very difficult round to retake. I think the Thieves have mopped up the mess that Azza almost caused them by taking the bomb a little bit too audaciously up short. They know where he is now. Jacob just has to hide, stay tucked in, let JKS take first contact from long cross.
Nice. Well played there by the Thieves to stabilize. There was a real threat brewing.
Yeah, look, that does happen. You know, sometimes you don't realize you have the bomb on your back or someone's thrown it to you in the middle of like a default round and you run up. But those mistakes are what could cost you rounds. That was thrown into enemy territory and that would have been a tilt round for the Thieves to lose. Instead, they're able to pull it back from EG's hands and they're going to be the ones who feel like they just gave away a bit of a gimme. Will be an eco for them as a smoke towards mid doors just to shroud their cross. It'll be a 4-man cap boost, make that 3. And a flash in the hands of Ethan will be dipping on over the doors as soon as he spots that 1. Looks like he's going for a closer flash off the wall. Ooh, JKS has been seen. He's done some damage. The flash is good, but everybody's avoided it for now in passive positions. Nade down. Ethan cops a lot of that. Azza needs to be on high alert.
Here come the Zerglings. Rushing around.
Give him the ace, boys.
Go on. Good, Azza.
Eco bash ace. We love him. We love to see him.
Wait, where's that pistol from?
Well, Lauren, that is from ESL 1 Cologne in 2015 when the Renegades, led by one Chad Sponge Birchall, took down Titan, featuring such names as Existence, Shocks, Maniac. It was such a game. One of the best games of Counter-Strike probably ever played.
Look at that Glock.
Isn't that
beautiful?
Sexy? Look at it.
Oh.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Tom Eric's in there.
Wait, Tom?
Tom Eric was in there.
Tom, why aren't you at work?
He's watching, but...
Who's producing the show now? That's our producer, folks. Sometimes. We've got a fight on long happening here. This is a bloodied battle, keep in mind. We've already lost players. And Cirque's found Liaz, but Az has already made it across, but he's low. One nade could get him out of it. Luckily, there's no lethals left. They have to check on this. Yeah, Cirque's got him dead to rights, but look at the pace now coming back in from the T's. They've instantly turned tail. Maybe running away, but running right towards B. It's going to be Stan to try and greet this. 5 kills only. He's going to have to almost double his initial score. The tag, it's not ideal. You could have done with an extra kill there. Bomb to be planted. Post-plant now for Jacob. And 0 utility to really create room for this. I guess the smoke on Cirque could be implemented, but... Yeah,
maybe towards tunnels, but even still retaking with the AWP, this isn't ideal if EG lose this round, which is feeling very, very likely now as the bomb is almost half ticked. Another smoke goes down towards the doors. It might have to be the save play. They're going for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, look, it was a 2-on-2, and normally you go, yeah, it's why not? Why not give it a crack? It's just the B bomb site. It's just
if I don't see
difficult.
Like a flash, at least,
yeah.
I'm just not interested. But Rush, thoughts so far? We've got a bit of a comeback from the Thieves, right? They're kind of back on track here.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive. I didn't like the comment you said earlier about only catching the deaths. I believe you should complain to the players about missing those shots. But
Rush, I've never complained about you observing.
That's true. You've said a lot of nice things, to be fair.
So take the negative stuff Lauren says.
Look at that kill from JKS. Wow, fully caught. Is this guy going to see anyone? Doesn't look like it, but the wallbang, Ethan's terrified. Guys, what's happened this game?
Well, because we've played 19 rounds of Counter-Strike. This is round 20. EG looked good. 100 Thieves came back. Azza has 21 kills.
Damn right.
What else do we want to look at here?
Breezy?
Yeah, let's look at... I think he's going to get 2 with the Deagle.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to have to bait Stan, though.
Rush loves a bit of baiting, too.
No, that's Jay.
You would dare say that about J-Raz.
Well, he does bait a little bit.
Yeah, but J-Raz wins the games. Rush just kind of gets to and dies.
What's going on here?
Don't you dare ever speak ill of J-Raz. Don't you dare. JKS, though, towards Ethan. Breezy didn't get the 2 we were expecting, but Tarek might? No, doesn't. Now I'm up here in my register. I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, it's done. Nice little round. Keeps control of everything. And we're back on the buy, at least for EG. And how dare you? How dare you not call out Rush, but you call out Jay?
Well, Rush doesn't bait.
Yes, he does.
Rush runs in and dies first.
No, that's because you tell him to. And Daddy Chaddy gets the belt out. He does whatever you tell him to.
Also, is it classed as baying when you get the trade kill? Isn't it baying when you just don't even trade at all? Like if I'm pushing into a side with people and the person in the front dies, if that's you, Lauren, I'm sorry that you died. But
we don't play together anymore, Rush, because you only play Danger Zone with Chad.
Yeah, well,
Fast long play coming out here as the Lovers Quarrel live and direct as JKS is all the way out. Very quick. Flashes are good. in return from the CT side as well. And Cirque might be able to find Jacob over the cusp of the smoke, unable to connect. At least they know he's in the lower tunnel position right now. And the Thieves, they've already been granted long control. It was a 4-man alien with a cap boost coming out from EG, and now they've rotated back into a more familiar looking setting. That's just going to have Stan over towards the B-bomb site solo. Ethan towards CT spawn, trying to deal with any mid to B plays. And then 2 towards Cat. Can we see that one in slow motion?
Oh, we could see it at all if Rush would maybe observe
Lauren,
it, but...
please.
Wallbang
Lauren, please.
What?
Be nice to Rush.
You're so critical of everyone else, Chad, but Rush, you just, you know. All right, well, we'll catch a kill this time, I'm sure. There you go. He's back on point. Jacomo finds Tarek. There's the push through the smoke. We like to see it, but Gratisfaction large and in charge, and the T side looking comfortable now. Getting a couple going. I say comfortable very vaguely. That was still brutal, but this is 6 rounds on the trot.
Yeah, and that's the key factor here. EG are yet to put a round on the board here within their second half. And their economy, they have the max loss bonus. Here's this shot onto Breeze. Oh, okay. All right, so just gets a little look in there and quick reactions. That's a very big opening from Gratisfaction. And we said we needed to see him on the AWP putting damage down range. Well, that's a great one to find. He's actually only has 12 kills, but more impact in the second half already with 6. Flash over to long. Jacob will be flashed up, tucks in towards the blue bin. JKS was meant to be there to save. He dropped one there as Jacob mops her up, and now EG are just left with 2 remaining. Stan and Ethan rotating in through spawn. There is a flash in Ethan's hands. He might be able to flash Stan in once they hear them close. They're walking on up. He could just go for the jewels here, knowing it's only pistols. The smokes actually work against you. Stan drops one of his own. Going to force the Thieves a little bit wider. They're trying to boost, but this might be a poor timing as Jacob wants more. Could be another Eco Bash ace here. Jacob needing the last kill. Won't be able to do what Azza did. Azza will finish it off. Ethan goes down, and 12 rounds for the Thieves. Now they're running away with this one. 7 in the row.
This T-shot's looking good. Do we start believing again? Are we getting a little excited here?
I predicted them, Lauren, so I never stop believing.
I don't know, on the half you sounded pretty done.
I'm trying to sell it to the people at home. I want them to be on the edge of their seat. I want them to be excited.
Got it. It all makes sense now. Okay, but the narrative for the Thieves is starting to look a substantial amount better. Their previous T-sides had looked good in their, previous games, but I'd say they weren't quite to the caliber of EG. So with context taken into account, we have to be very cautious with saying it's favorable to them, but they are looking very, very good here. Diligent in approach.
Can I just point something out for everybody at home as we have a bit of a slower default round? Take a look at the bank balance for the Thieves. Grat has 14k, Azza has
Tasty,
10k, Liaz has 11. So they're going to be good for buys, even if they are to lose 1 or 2 rounds on the trot here. So don't be too worried if you see the Thieves equalize at 12-12. They will be able to stay competitive. They've been having a lot of plays through long, but this time around they're going to be taking cat control.
Here we go. Nice timing on the flash. Jacob's there. No one actually there to contest either. The double stack on long being pretty proactive in taking over the doors.
Yeah, this is perfect for the Thieves. If they were just to walk out onto A right now, they get a free bomb site. It's not going to be the case. Now just postured around middle, waiting for any reactions from EG. The reason Jacob went up cat and made so much noise and took a shot towards the site was to try and bait out any CT-sided utility, but nobody was home to throw any. So now it looks like we will just see the set piece. 2 smokes coming out, the avant-gardes. Flashes are good. Cirque flashed on off. They know his position now. More nades coming on through, and it's actually pivoting. They're back towards mid to B.
I'm loving what the Thieves are bringing, but they still have to land it. It's a really nice build-up. Tarek could do some damage for this smoke if he gets the timing just right. In between the smokes he goes. That's 1, that's 2, that's good damage, but they've won over the B side. By all the time that this kind of boils down to 1 flash on Breezy. He wants to use it quickly, it looks like. Tries to get up close and personal. Molly goes in. That's stopping him from maybe trying to utilize that, but it does force Gratisfaction out of position slightly. But these post plants are good. You've still got a Molly. Buys time. This is looking like another on the board for the Thieves.
Yeah, EG, they went for a 2-on-2 before. They weren't successful. This time around, trying a cheeky little boost to find a kill towards Heaton, but... Oh, Liaz knows. He tucks his head down, and that'll be the save call. Cirque and Breeze, they have to drop on back, see if they can find Cirque's AWP. Yes, they can. And the chase can come on through. Thieves have money. You heard me talking about it earlier in this round. Spotting on up. Cirque, that AWP is gone. And now if JKS clears his corners, he will.
Yeah, good boy.
Head on a swivel. And that's going to be another round on the board for the Thieves. So 13 now, Lauren. We're talking 8 in a row. This is great stuff from their T side here. They get to go onto the CT side of Inferno next, which will be the map pick
Have we got a series?
Wow, we
Did they do the veto right?
Well, they may have. I was expecting the confidence that we were seeing coming out from EG to carry on through, right? Just how aggressive they were. They were taking a lot of heads-up duels. But not only are the Thieves looking just as good individually, they're actually looking more tactically poised. They're running rings around EG right now. And the smiles on the faces, we haven't seen those in a while from the Thieves. If they are able to take down EG, they took down Liquid yesterday, and that would set them up to play against Furia in the best-of-5 final tomorrow. And they actually beat Furia in the group stage.
Like one of the only teams who actually managed it.
Yeah, so this one here is, look, it's starting to look dicey. There's no reason that EG can't bounce on back. I'm going to say with a $3,400 loss bonus right now that they might be considering their options. A partial buy maybe on the cards. And once again, so this is the cycle. Oh no, he threw the smoke into his teammate. So now that if they were spotting mid, which they're not, they wouldn't be too sure on how many players crossed. So it doesn't work out as badly as it could have for EG. It is a 4-man alien. Lots of nade damage done to Jacob early. JKS controlling the mid door position.
Oh, the spread.
Not sure if he was trying to put the Molotov out or not, but that spread was his undoing. JKS heard the ticks, knew what the options were, finds the frag. A huge number advantage early for the Thieves here, and this is the type of round they have to convert. They can't be losing to one of these partial investments with the pistols.
Well, one flash to set this in motion. There it goes. Azza, he was up for it, but Tarek Stan somehow doing well from this. I don't understand it. The flash didn't even catch them. Down to Breezy to land the shot. Liaz does not allow it. Cap it out at max money now. The Thieves looking set for success. 14-10, not dropping around.
Yeah, and they had to win a round like that. You know, if that faltered, if that fell, that's EG cracking open the door in a big way. I cannot believe Tarek taking 2 kills. What an absolute mess that was. And Liaz, who has been quiet throughout, hasn't needed to put in too much of a big performance, has just found that very essential 1v1 situation. Full buy on both sides. It's just a fast beat. I love the pace change.
Oh, we love to see a rush beat. Stan under so much pressure, 7 kills so far. He's been outdone. Trade instantaneously comes in. Tarek's made it here in time though. Bomb's yet to cross. That's still on the back of Azza. And Tarek's slotted in. Did take a touch of damage. They've got to be aware of his position. Ooh, a fumble on the molly. Gives a chance now. Tarek needs to go big for his side. 20 kills so far. He's doing nicely, but he's now surrounded as the smoke dissipates. His position gets revealed. Breezy with the play. A nice reaction from Gratisfaction. Can't ask for anything more than that, as now Cirque has to be so on point here. He's still going for it.
He needs to.
He's still giving it a good try. And there's nothing to be found. That smoke still on the door limits what he can do. One avenue of approach, and that is it.
Cirque has to save. It's the AWP, it's no defuse kit, it's no utility. The worst weapon for the job. Jacob's seen him. There's so much money. They can all be hunting now. Check this out. They've completely evacuated the B site. Grat going through spawn. 20 seconds remaining on this bomb. 2 players coming up. Jacob's beating him towards the pit. He goes down, but straight there. It is Liaz. Damage done. Cirque tries to tuck his head away. If he loses this, they have nothing. He'll eventually find the frag, and now it's just Grat. Can he take the AWP away? Cirque's going to hear this. Bomb explosion. That'll be the sound cue to push forward. Grat, he goes down as well. So Cirque does very well to defend against 3. Look, they're stat padding frags, but they're very important considering the context right now. Backs against the wall. EG are about to lose this game 16-10. And this second shot here from Grat was very well done. Flick of the wrist right there, and that alleviated any of the final pressure being applied from EG. So max loss bonus, 3,400. I've said it once, I've said it again. It's honestly, it's 10 straight.
Cat.
The Thieves have won 10 straight, Lauren.
Yeah, it's actually mental.
Oh, and Ethan's tagged as well.
They've had nothing going from EG. They cannot get back into this. And honestly, sometimes you do have to take stock of, is it just a one-way train? But tactically, I feel like the Thieves have just gotten the pace just perfect.
Yeah,
they've been running him around.
They've got a good middle ground right now. They're playing flary in the moments they need to. The individuals are stepping up, and they're also structured these rounds very well. That B rush was a lovely little cherry on top of what has been this T-side calling. Pressure towards long, pressure towards cat, peppering the mid to Bs, continuing even from the pistol round. Remember, they run rings around EG just on that pistol round. And then here, change of pace, let's go fast B. We know that they have to cheat players over towards A because we've been battering them time and time again. And Stan's caught with his pants down. All right, well, Looks like they will just be finishing things off here with a bit of an A execute. Cirque did save the AWP, so they have to be wary of that. Right now, it's on the long corner, trying to assist Breeze. Looks like the avant-garde smokes are being set on up again. Out they go. Tarek has a flash, that's about it. He needs a lot here. Trying to tuck in and hide in plain sight. Hope they don't clear their corners, but the Thieves, they've been very, very diligent.
Yep.
Lots of mollies on the site.
Tarek's going to have to do something big. Cirque's going to set it in play, keep all their attention. 1, 2, players cross. Hello! Tarek's found 2. Tries to get a rifle, can't get it to hand quick enough. As JKS now left in a 1v4, he got the first. Let's see if he can do something beautiful for us. It's a tall task for anyone. If you get that AWP away, do anything? No. Nice play from Cirque, but saving as well from Tarek in the end.
Yeah, I thought they would have cleared him, but Cirque finding that opening kill was enough for the bait. 100 Thieves, all of their eyes glued towards the danger man on mid-long, and Tarek was just able to spring his trap. That's that opening kill. The second is even better. That's completely baited them in, and here's the third to finish things off. JKS with only 17 seconds left on the clock. It was going to be difficult with all that pressure coming on in. 4 more now for EG if they want to take this one through to overtime. Thieves are heading with the lion's share of their forces back over towards B. Azza with the old in-game leaders selling the fake. Smoke towards Xbox, fast up catwalk. He has utility of his own, he's going to get flashed around. It will just be a B hit, but look at the read from EG. They have 3 over towards this side of things.
Oh,
1 nade's good.
Nade.
2 nades okay. Leah's the only one to take any real damage from that there. We've got Jacob and Azza set up for the potential mid to B. They're going to throw the crisscross smokes over mid. But Tarek's position, it's not going to be checked, surely.
Tarek again trying to weasel the dirtiest angles to play from. If Ethan can keep their attention. Here comes that hit through B tunnels though. And eventually with Stan falling, they have to try and spread the wealth. Tarek did get 1, but now Ethan's very alone. He's got 2 angles to worry about. 1, he's been able to isolate JKS. That's good. Gratisfaction's there though. The support system's just left him. Gratisfaction now all alone in a 1v3. Molly towards the site, smoke towards the right. Trying to use this smoke to play around, see if he can isolate a fight. Sees Breezy, doesn't die to it, but through the smoke we go. Okay, they've stabilized.
Liaz can drop a gun here. Thieves can go for another buy right now if they would like to. Their loss bonus is ticked on up to 2,400. Next round it will be 2,900. So maybe they want to take a save. They can definitely get a potent buy on the board, but because we're running out of rounds here within regulation, maybe the safer call might be just go for a partial investment on everybody and go for one of your set pieces. Liaz can buy an AK because he has extra money. Deagles for JKS, Azza, Jacob. Gratisfaction will be purchasing absolutely nothing. So this round, it doesn't look the most dangerous, but all it takes is 1 opening and a scavenge CT-sided rifle, a bit of room, and players in the right positions to capitalize on that space, and the Thieves could be back in it. Round 28, scoreline 15-12. Thieves 1 round away. EG needing the next 3 on the trot here to take us through to overtime, map number 1. So you can see the Adren smoke at the mid doors. That's going to allow them safe passage up over the Xbox. Azza has a flash. Smoke towards doors. Liaz is playing off of it. Breeze is too good. Look at that. 3 big frags. Bomb is down. It's just JKS. Laughed alive. Tarek will finish him off. And that's a clean round from EG here. The bank balance obviously not hugely important, but the fact that it's clean and everybody stays alive so they don't have to reinvest, they don't need to drop guns across, that's key. Now we only have 2 rounds of regulation left. And the Thieves need to crack this code if they want to get us onto Inferno without having to go through that gauntlet of overtime. Azza has the AWP.
Chad, how's the OT radar going, though? You've got a good spidey sense for it, do you?
I think we're okay. I think the Thieves are going to be able to crack this nut within the next 2. Next round, they get $2,900 loss bonus. So they need to get a plan if they lose this.
Offered up. That's going to be Breezy to control. Great spray there. Correcting towards Gratisfaction. The flash from Cirque was just perfect. So they've contained that long threat. But let's look at that response from the T side. Normally, the Thieves have been quite quick at pouncing and exploiting any potential problems that EG might have had. And, well, they found a little avenue of approach, but Cirque is watching this. The possibility is certainly high. Smoke goes in. Did Cirque see it? He has now. Timing's going to be everything. A freebie through the smoke could have written off the round, but it hasn't come through. And now the double stack towards the car. Ethan's there. He's got his buddy with him, Stan. And now the smoke comes in. Good kill from Jacob towards Ethan. They're keeping this competitive, but Stan's on the prowl.
Oh, huge.
He loses his life. JKS has suddenly turned this right back around. We're into a 2v2. AWP on the retake, never easy. 2 flashes for Breezy. And Azza on the AWP towards tunnels. He's going to post up on this one. Cirque trying to play it back in through the double doors. Here comes Azza, turns the first flash, doesn't want to dip back in just yet. Second one to come through, gonna stick this out for a sec. Oh, he got caught. Unfortunate. But now JKS, the big dog himself. Juzzy Bear, 20 HP on Breezy. Looks for Cirque, can't get him. Damage done, but round towards EG.
Look, Lauren, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of happy Justin didn't win that, because if he had a highlight with you calling him Juzzy Bear, I don't think I'd ever hear the bloody end of it. But that plant, the reason I said that was important is because it was the $2,900 loss bonus plus the extra cash they get from getting the bomb down, and that means that the Thieves will be able to get a reasonable buy. It might be some Galils instead of AK-47s for all their members, but they will be able to buy up with quite the potent-looking round
But
here.
what would you go for? If you're 100 Thieves right now, you've just suddenly hit a bit of a wall, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly there's a response. We aren't winning out on long as easily. Mid's kind of being controlled. That B hit's dangerous. What do we go for?
I think their spawns will probably dictate if they want to go for a fast play or not, and it
Yes,
was...
it's got a spawn.
Yeah, it was 3 towards the, I think, B side of the map and 2 towards long. So potentially with them having 3 players towards catwalk every single time, a cat biff might be on the card. So that's dropping down middle, taking mid control very quickly to force out that rotation. But they still need to find an opening kill. So Liaz, you're right, he does have the spawn, but they don't have enough players close enough to get behind this long play. And look at this, it was 10 on the trot from the Thieves, and now we have 4 answered back from EG. Look, I think with the spawns that they have, JKS and Liaz could go relatively aggressive down the guts of mid. And they're all looking towards that B side of things. So it looks like Liaz will be selling a fake over towards long, just making it look like it is the standard approach. That'll hold the 3 players in position, force out that standard utility. Fast down towards lower dark, you can see Azza with the likes of Jacob. Ethan has been tagged up by the scout early. It's nothing to write home about, but now the Galils are in play as opposed to 5 AKs or 4 in an AWP. It might be worth a bit more than I'm giving it credit for. Cirque is the danger man, though. He's already posted up towards the A side of things for the AWP. They have 4 smokes remaining. They're doing their standard default. Short control, mid control. They've got lower dark. They put pressure on long. Liaz is just listening for any sound cues over there, calling out what smokes he hears. But look at EG. They're only left with 2 flashes of smoke and a Molotov to defend with, and 1 minute and 8 left on the clock. This is problematic for the geniuses.
Stan might be the first to get tested. Through the double doors. Dead. Jacob's got him. Okay, now they split the defense. Bear in mind, there's only 1 player towards B here, and that's going to be Ethan, who's already tagged up. He's done great damage towards Azza. Loses life towards JKS, but also note that Liaz found Breezy. So suddenly we're in another 2v4, and Herculean task for the CTs to try and play back through, and JKS is already pressuring him. He's being a nuisance, he's being a pain. You've got top mid controlled by Liaz, so no one can really shuffle through those tunnels. They've been funneled in, they've been worked out. And there's the flash, nice for JKS. Tarek can take the fight, but he's got so much more to do. Touched by the fire and the flames. The bomb ticks, does have a kit, but he's gonna have to run through him at such a pace. It's not gonna happen. Well played in the final throws by the Thieves. EG almost brought